Sighting radius vector 1096.
Alter course 4.31 degrees. Confirm bearings.
109.6. Orbital altitude 306.2 miles.
Vostok 2 launched June 13, 65. Fire limpet.
Limpet attached, moving away.
Stand by. Activate.
Positive, sir.
Resume course.
Confirm sighting at radius vector 1520.
There she is.
Position and data correct.
Log and resume course.
Apollo 8, December 21, 1968.
Say goes no further than this room, okay? So let's get down to the infighting. You have been a thorn in my side for years, Straker. Consistently excessive demands for the diversion of resources to your organization. Now you're saying a total clearance program. Right. And I'm saying, while I'm running this commission, I'll fight you on this issue every inch of the way.
Ah, you've been practicing.
What are you working on anyway, Alec?
One of Straker's projects. It's a beautification campaign.
Well, I won't deny you could use it.
Space junk. Straker wants it all cleared.
Well, the Astrophysical Commission takes care of any space junk. Anything with hazard potential?
Straker has an idea it could be used by the aliens to crack our defense system. I'm beginning to think he may be onto something.
Well, if your report shows it's a possibility, the junk gets cleared. So what's the problem?
James L. Henderson is the problem.
Cost, time, personnel, resources. You want reasons. Why not? I can give you 100.
Listen, Henderson. Every item of space junk could be cleared in a matter of weeks, if the Commission gave its full support. As for the cost, I admit it would be high, but safety factors alone would justify it.
Safety factors?
Yes. My organization uses space more than any other. My pilots take more risks with that junk in 1 month than
My men do in a year. No, we need facts, Straker. Details, statistics. You just don't have them.
Don't I?
Of course you don't.
I have my report.
Your report.
You promised that the Commission would not take a final decision on the clearance program until my report had been fully considered.
And so it won't. However, I must confess I don't think it'll have that much influence.
Well, if that's so, Henderson, it must be because you've already swung the Commission against it.
Look, Straker, we've just completed the annual clearance of all items of space junk we consider a menace to navigation. The cost was more than double that of last year's operation.
And worth every penny.
Do you realize what a full clearance program would cost?
Look, I'm not going to swap dollar signs with you, Henderson. Men's lives are at stake. Now, I want that junk cleared. Every last piece.
Well, where is he?
It's on his way, sir. Commander Straker.
Freeman,
Alec, I want that space clearance report.
well, he just got here, and there's data still missing.
I don't care what's missing. Looks like Henderson's commission have already decided against a major space clearance project. We have to convince them otherwise.
Well, give me 24 hours. It can't make any difference to you, but it could make a heck of a difference to the report.
I want that report, Alec. I don't care what shape it's in, just get it back here.
Shadow Lunar Module 32 cleared for takeoff at 14:21:34. Stand by.
Roger, Moonbase. Affirm TET.
Affirmative. Trans-Earth trajectory green. Lift off 32.
Check Delta coordinates. Coordinates correct, sir.
Earth orbit insertion, 2 hours, 13 minutes, 8 seconds, sir.
Right. Contact Shadow HQ and Moonbase. Tell them we're going for EOI in 43 minutes, 29 seconds.
Right, sir.
32 reports Earth orbit insertion at 130821, sir.
Contact SID. Tracking procedure green. Has Shadow HQ been alerted?
Yes, sir.
So everything's fine?
Straker's not going to think so. He's expecting you.
Re-entry angle, 6.58 degrees. DOI, 4 minutes, 12 seconds.
Sighting, sir. That's 7035.
That's in behind us. Confirm sighting.
Affirmative, sir. And it's closing fast.
Contact moon base.
32 reports unidentified sighting, sir.
Signal red alert.
What's happening? Angle increasing.
His angle of re-entry is too steep. Telling to correct angle of re-entry.
Loss of signal, sir.
Still increasing. Something's pulling us off course. We've got to correct. Pitch actuator, 1.3, burn.
Earth orbit insertion now.
No response. We're in trouble.
Look, Henderson, all I need is another 48 hours.
Another 48 hours?
Yes. I can have a summary of the completed report on your desk by then.
You know I can't hold up the commission any longer. Why don't you let me tell them that you decided to withdraw your proposal? I'll get you off the hook.
I intend to hold you to your word, to consider my report before making a decision on the clearance program.
All right, Straker, I think I'm reading you. You want an alibi for that pilot of yours who killed himself and his crewman. You want to blame it on the presence of uncleared junk.
I want your word, Henderson.
On one condition. Now, you consider your spacecraft was involved in a re-entry collision with an item of space junk?
It's a possibility.
A possibility, yes. So you suspend all lunar flights until we've fully investigated the incident.
You realize what you're doing?
Yes, Commander, I do. I'm proving to the Commission that your organization in its present form is an expensive and unworkable luxury.
Miss Eland. Hard at it?
I'm always hard at it. Sometimes you notice. How did it go, sir?
Go? You know the code word Washington Square, Miss Eland?
Well, not without looking it up. It's not one we use regularly.
It's one I thought we'd never use.
Well, what does it mean, sir?
It means shutdown. Cancel lunar flights. Virtual isolation of moon base.
Shadow control to all unit commanders, Washington Square. I say again, Washington Square. Immediate compliance, Washington Square.
Colonel Foster, sorry to disturb you, sir. Code message from Shadow. Washington Square. I'll check it right away.
There's no need. It means shutdown.
What?
More specifically, it involves a complete ban on all orbital flights.
Colonel Freeman for you.
Put him on.
Why the ban on moon flights?
Henderson.
But why? What about the report?
Forget it. The Commission are going to believe that it's an attempt to blame space junk on the Maddox crash.
When in fact you think it was...
Maddox. Pilot error. Take a rest. Enjoy the scenery, Alec.
What's Straker trying to do?
I don't know.
He doesn't usually take a thing like this lying down.
You couldn't call it typical.
And then there's Maddox. What do we do about him? Forget all about it?
Well, what else can we do? Any pilot can make a mistake. And you're only allowed one.
Not Steve Maddox.
Anyone can make a mistake.
Not Steve Maddox. He's too experienced.
All right. All right. What caused the re-entry error?
He reported an unidentified sighting just before loss of signal.
But the trackers couldn't pick up anything.
Well, it must have been something. Space debris.
Maybe.
Maybe. And we just sit back and do nothing about it?
No. We make sure it doesn't happen again.
Get me 32's electronic log.
Captain Maddox flight?
Yes.
What's going on here? What the devil's going on? Who's in that module?
Colonel Foster.
Why didn't you tell me? Any of you?
Colonel Foster's orders. On no account were we to tell you until takeoff was imminent.
And irreversible. Paul, cut your motors. I said cut your motors. Paul, this won't help.
What won't?
Taking out a module. If you're doing it for the reasons I think you are.
I'm going to fly the same course Maddox flew.
Under precisely the same conditions.
Yes.
You're crazy. What will it prove?
For one thing, Maddox wasn't responsible for the loss of his ship.
Well, if you do make it, it won't mean much.
Depends on how I get through.
And if you don't?
Then I don't.
Roger.
5-3. Roger.
What is it?
Two-9 calling Moonbase.
Everything under control?
So far. EOI in 2 hours...
38 minutes, 22 seconds.
Roger. Have you contacted Straker yet?
No. But I've a feeling he'll be contacting me soon.
Sighting at galactic latitude 43.17. Longitude 14.53.
But that's Moonbase operations area.
Right, call Commander Straker.
You'll turn back right now.
EOI in 1 hour precisely. I've gone too far for that.
You're right, Foster. Much too far.
Module 2-9 to Moonbase.
Go ahead, 2-9.
Re-entry in 6 minutes, 9 seconds.
Roger.
Moonbase.
Receiving 2-9.
EOI in 4 minutes, 3 seconds.
Re-entry angle 5.73 degrees. Confirmed.
2-9, confirm re-entry angle.
Stay on 2-9.
2-9's re-entry angle, sir. It's...
Paul, adjust re-entry angle. Cut back to 5.
Cut back to 5, Paul. You're far too shallow.
If he doesn't adjust, he'll bounce off the Earth's atmosphere out into space.
Foster.
Foster here, I'm happy to say.
Congratulations.
But don't let my delight at your survival blind you to the fact that we have a few matters to discuss.
Too far this time, Straker.
I don't see it that way.
You authorize a lunar flight.
I authorize nothing.
Look, Straker, I don't want to argue with you. You are responsible, whatever the circumstances.
I agree. But Colonel Foster has proved that there is alien interference with our interorbital flights.
Has he?
Yes. And I almost got killed doing it.
So you say?
Yes, I say!
My apologies.
Thank you.
I think it's time we laid our cards on the table, Henderson.
All right. I'll tell you what I think of Colonel Foster's so-called proof. You knew the commission was going to turn down your space junk clearance program. So you instructed Foster to make this flight.
Now, why should I do that?
Because you were desperate for evidence.
Go on.
You authorized the flight to rig this information, but you won't get away with it. The commission convenes the day after tomorrow. By the time I get through, you'll be out of a job.
Is that all? I'll see you at the commission meeting.
Indeed you will, Commander.
Can he really do it?
Do what?
Ease you out.
Can try.
What about our evidence? They've got to take notice of that.
Evidence. What's it going to look like when Henderson claims that we manufactured it just to get a space clearance program?
But we're right.
Well, sometimes, Colonel, that's not quite enough.
The tracking data's been processed, sir.
Anything?
Not that we can see.
We should have been able to pick up something.
There's nothing on Colonel Foster's log except a record of maneuvers.
All right, send it down to Shadow Headquarters.
So what do we do now?
Any suggestions?
No. But we can't just sit around.
I've solved quite a few problems by just sitting around, as you call it, Colonel. I suggest you try it yourself sometime.
Commander, the tracking report on Colonel Foster's flight has just come in from Moon Base.
And?
Nothing unusual, sir.
All right.
So that leaves the MV3 detector.
Yes, they're processing the data now. Well, we haven't had much luck so far. Maybe we're due for a break.
The MV3 data, sir.
Ah, thank you. Looks like an SPS rocket of some sort.
Like the limpet rockets used in debris destruction.
Yeah. But it doesn't make sense. I mean, why would the aliens put a device like this into Earth orbit?
Could be programmed to attack moonship flights.
Blockade on moon base? Maybe. Why hasn't our radar picked it up?
Space debris. It's based in one of those burnt-out rockets over there.
Well, assuming you're right, which one could it be?
Well, considering Maddox and I flew practically identical flight paths, it would have to be one of these two here, or Apollo 8 here, or B-47.
4 possibilities. I think we're onto something.
That should be okay. Freeman.
Alec, I have an assignment for you. I want you to launch the interceptors. Their mission? To destroy 4 pieces of space junk. I'll have control relay the coordinates direct to the astronauts.
You mean space junk in Earth orbit?
Right. And I mean use all 3 interceptors.
All 3?
Yes, I know. It'll leave Moonbase undefended. Nevertheless, do it, Alec. At once.
Now, wait a minute. Do you know what's going to happen when Henderson finds out about this?
Ah, yes. Henderson. Why don't you go over and tell him, Colonel?
What? He'll go berserk.
Yes. Take a nice, slow drive. Give me about half an hour.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Control to interceptor leader. Steer programmed course to Earth orbit.
You will receive destruct details from Earth Control. Out.
Miss Eland, when James Henderson calls, tell him I'm unavailable.
And when he arrives, sir?
Oh, show him right in. The red carpet treatment. He's a very important man. You can expect him at 3 o'clock.
I want to see Straker immediately. And before you try to fob me up with some damn fool excuse, I'm telling you I won't take no for an answer.
Well, of course you may see him, Mr. Henderson. He's expecting you. Go straight in.
Oh. Thank you. Straker.
Ah, Henderson. You're late. Won't keep you a moment. Studio business. Well, I think it's a great script, Mr. Steiner. There we are. Cleared for shooting.
Thanks. You know, I like the way you operate.
Oh, thank you.
Your policy of non-interference. Some executives crawl all over you.
Well, I can assure you, Mr. Steiner, you'll see very little of me.
And I'll give you a film the studio will be proud of. Thanks again. Nice guy. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, Straker. You know I never touched them.
Voice identification.
James Henderson.
Identification positive. Henderson James L.
Thank you.
I tried to call you, Commander. I was told you were not available. Were they your instructions?
Yes?
I see. A very high-handed attitude. However, one more question. Is it true you ordered all 3 moon base interceptors to destroy certain items of space junk?
Correct.
Do you realize what you've done?
You tell me.
You've blatantly and openly defied the Commission and left moon base and the Earth defenseless.
It was my decision. I realize the implications.
You had better start packing, Straker. When the Commission hears about this, you're through.
Aren't you interested in hearing my reasons?
Oh, let's be kind. Let's put it down to a mental aberration, the strain of command. Get those interceptors back on moon base, Commander, while you can still give orders.
Sorry, Henderson.
Don't push your luck, Straker. If moon base reports...
A UFO sighting? Stick around. I'm expecting it.
Possible contact 248016, red. Contact confirmed, UFO 248136, red.
Red alert. Get me shadow headquarters.
UFO maintaining course 248204, green.
Get the termination.
Request trajectory termination.
Predicted termination 1F026, southern England.
Close enough. Its target is this studio. Maintain visual contact on countdown.
Yes, sir.
And order a complete shutdown.
Shutdown?
Everything. VHF, radar, the computers, complete radio silence.
Straker!
As you said, Henderson, I can still give orders. Complete shutdown. Do it.
Termination, 8 minutes, 4 seconds.
Commander Straker, I'd like to talk to you in your office. You too, Colonel. Straker, I'm relieving you of your command. Colonel Foster will take over as of now.
You can't do it, Henderson. You require the unanimous backing of the Commission.
You think I won't get it?
Yes, I think you could get it. But it would take time.
And this base is due to be attacked in a few minutes? Colonel Foster, assume command. Colonel.
I take my orders from Commander Straker.
Now, for the first time in your life, Henderson, you're going to listen. The aliens put a satellite into Earth orbit using a piece of space junk to cover. Why? A blockade on moon base? A logical reason, but obvious. Too obvious. In time, we would have located and destroyed it. So, the satellite was a decoy. A red herring for something bigger. An attack on this headquarters. They hoped the satellite would draw the interceptors from moon base.
And you fell right into the trap.
I acted as if the plan had worked, yes. It would take a UFO of great destructive power to destroy this underground base. I didn't want that hanging over our heads.
All this guesswork does not explain the shutdown.
Well, why make it easy for them? The UFO is probably programmed onto our radio signals.
I don't buy it, Straker. I just hope you've guessed wrong. Because if you're right, we're about to be killed.
Still time for you to leave. All right. We all just sit here and wait.
For what?
A voice.
Moonbase to Shadow Control. Come in, Control. It's no use, sir. It's complete radio shutdown.
What the hell is Straker playing at?
4 minutes to termination.
Straker, if we contact the interceptors, there may still be time.
It's no good. They can't operate in the Earth's atmosphere. And the UFO's already in the stratosphere.
Termination, 1 minute, 20 seconds.
We're sitting ducks.
Maybe. Yes.
Sky One has just overflown the studio at 0 feet.
Thank you, Miss Eland. Switch everything on.
Yes, sir.
And get me Captain Carlin.
Sir.
Nice timing, Captain. Don't miss it.
Roger, Control. Sky One to Moon Base.
Request UFO fix and attack coordinates.
We'll relay direct to outward computer.
Straker, that sly old...
Fox?
45 seconds. 40 seconds. 35 seconds. 30 seconds.
Have visual contact. Going in for attack. Sky One is Shadow Control. UFO destroyed.
Colonel Foster, did you get this operation computerized, and we'll prepare it for the commission in my office.
Well, Straker, I guess I owe you an apology. You were right. You can take it. The commission will recommend a complete clearance of all space junk.
Thank you.
Of course, it'll take time. The money has to be raised.
Call it the Maddox Fund.
Maddox?
The pilot who was killed.
Oh, yes. Maddox. Well?
If only you hadn't been so positive that you were right.
Like you?
Henderson. I'll walk you to your car.